Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley Cook. So glad to have you guys back. So first, I want to say thank you guys so much for the love and support that y'all gave me on my Valentine's Day vlog. I hope y'all took something from it just like I did myself. And another thing is, if you're new, welcome to my channel. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get notified when I make a video. And another thing is, y'all, I am filming in an unfamiliar place right now, which is my car. Shout out to Mom Dukes. But yeah, I'm filming in my car, kind of make y'all a little bit more, you know, intimate with me so y'all can feel me personally. But today's vlog is going to consist of me telling you guys about my self-esteem, because today it is March the 5th. It marks the 4th year that I cut my hair for the very first time. My mom is about to pull up. How my self-esteem really started and how this whole epidemic came about. It was when I was in the 7th grade, and I think I was turning either 12 or 13, and I had a party. And I had just, you know, I'm in the 7th grade. I had made the cheerleading team. You couldn't tell me nothing. So my aunt was the person who was doing my aunt Have Paint. Shout out to her. My aunt Have Paint was going to do my hair for my party. And I remember I was sitting in her chair and I was in a good mood, you know what I'm saying? All of my friends, family was about to be there. So she was like combing through my hair, and she was like, AJ, you know, you okay? What you been stressing about? And have you been putting a lot of heat to your hair? And I'm like, no, girl, what you talking about? And I'm like, worry about nothing, honey. I got this party in a few minutes. People come to celebrate my birthday. What you mean? So she said, I'm saying that because your hair is breaking off really bad in the middle. I'm looking at her like, what are you talking about? Like, what you mean breaking off? So I was just not happy with none of that at all, y'all. I was like, okay. So I'm like, so what we gonna do? So she told me we have to cut my hair. And I'm like, cut my hair? What do you mean cut my hair? I'm not trying to cut my hair. So we ended up cutting my hair, child, because I had to just suck it up. Because when you got one of them aunts that don't play, she like, child, I got stuff to do. Let me go ahead and cut your hair. So my aunt went ahead and cut my hair. And we cut it into a bob. And it wasn't bad. It was great because, you know, I was in the 7th grade. But you think about it, when you're in the 7th grade, it's not a lot of girls cutting their hair. It's not a lot of girls doing that type of stuff. Especially my middle school era went from 2010 to 2013 era. So wasn't nobody around that time cutting their hair. Girls was getting box braids, micro braids, kinky twists, you know, all that good stuff. So wasn't nobody really cutting their hair. So I was just like, oh my God. So I went ahead and did it. And, you know, over the time periodically, between when I was transitioning from middle school to high school, my mom decided to put me in these pageants. And the first pageant that I attended was the Presidential Divas Miss St. Patrick's Day pageant, and I won their Grand Supreme Award. And then my great friend and cousin Michael Rayford had sponsored his own pageant for Miss Black Newberry, and I got that title as well. And I'm grateful for those things because I don't think my mom put me in those for clout. She did it because she wanted me to kind of see that if I can get on that stage and just be myself and other people can adore that, because it takes a lot when you can get up in front of people and do anything, even this. So I was just grateful for the fact that she allowed me to have those experiences to see that if I can tell you this and if your aunts can tell you this, what makes you think other people won't see this as well? So I'm grateful for that as well too. And you know, as time went along, you know, and I had went to high school, I was wearing, you know, braids, protective styles. I didn't really start wearing weave till after 10th grade. And so, yeah, it was just like from that, I'm grateful that I did participate in those pageants and things. And it really got people to know who I was, because a lot of people other besides my family didn't know I had this situation. So I'm grateful for that, because when I tell you I got picked and poked and prodded in middle school, it was terrible. Like I didn't know what to do. So I'm grateful for my mom putting me in those pageants. So thank you, Mom. But to conclude this video, I shared my status on Facebook today, and I was just blessed that I had people who knew that I had this problem for a long time. They can see that I chose to mount up from this and not let it kill me, because that's the one thing about a lot of people who have self-esteem. Like, they don't really take self-esteem as serious. Some people would rather just take themselves out as a whole, and I'm just grateful to God that I never had that mindset of just taking myself out because I wasn't pretty. Like, it never was that serious. It was just the point where I was like, nobody bothers to care to look at me and all of that. Like, it was just, my self-esteem was terrible. Like, I hated the fact that I had darker skin. I hated the fact I wasn't light skinned. I hated the fact I didn't have long hair. It was just like in between that middle school and high school era, if you didn't have long hair, if you didn't wear the cutest of clothes, you weren't nobody, you know. And it's the same way even now. Like, even in my hometown, I can tell you right now, it's a lot of girls that get clout for wearing tight clothes, but you don't give clout to girls who are actually out here, that are exposing their characters, that are acknowledging the fact that they're in college, or that they may have a job or a business, or they're trying to actually do something with themselves. Girls like us, we don't get clout. So even with that, y'all, I mean, it may sound crazy, but it's elevated me to the point where I really want to be a women's rights advocate. Like, speak up for women who just have been hurt and have experienced this for a long time. So that's why I got on here to share my story with you all, because I feel like I can touch somebody and allow y'all to see that, you know, despite what society says or how they think, you got to be happy with yourself. And I really, really believe that. So in conclusion, I realize, and I've come to realize now that I'm 19, about to be 20 years old, I thank God that people don't fall in love with me because of what I look like. They fell in love with me because I'm just myself. And I realized that alone is my self-esteem. Me being me. Just me being Ajay, not even being the Ajay that caps or being the Ajay that wants clout all the time. And I'm grateful for the fact that I have people around me who just accept the fact that when I come around, my spirit just, it's something about it. And I learned that my personality draws people to me. So I'm grateful for that in itself. But I really want to encourage y'all to just be yourself. Be happy for you. Be you for you. And don't let anybody change that. Whatever you get into, whether it be a job, a relationship, or whatever the case is, you really just got to be yourself. And I'm happy and I'm pleased with that. I still, you know, I may not look like all that in a bag of chips to somebody's eyes, but I'm grateful for what I look like now. Like, I didn't have this gift today that I do. So I really get on here and just tell y'all to just be yourself. And I'm grateful for my mom, my aunts, my grandparents, my aunts, uncles. I probably said aunts already, but I'm grateful for my family, period, because they were the one who saw this problem, and they were the one who kind of just had to tell me, Ajay, you got to get out of this. And even some of my friends as well, I appreciate y'all, because y'all are the ones who lifted me as well. And my pastor too, because he had to really pray about me with the situation, because it was just that serious. So I'm happy that I've overgrown this. I'm not going to cry. But I'm happy that I have the confidence I have today, because I realized that I have bigger responsibilities, because I have my sister, I have cousins that look up to me, and they really, really want me to be strong for them. So I have a bigger responsibility by having to have such a strong self-esteem. So I'm grateful for that. But I'm not going to cry, but I'm just grateful that I can have this confidence today, because when I say I was torn in middle school, I was really torn. So I'm grateful to have it today. But this is going to conclude my self-esteem vlog, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope the whole month of March fills y'all with nothing but blessings and things that y'all deserve. I really thank you guys as usual for watching this video. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all share this video. And like I said, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I will have my girl code video coming in March. So y'all stay tuned, because it's Women's Awareness Month and we have to empower women. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all.